Welcome back to the 5 Facts, your go-to source for fascinating information. Before we dive into the depths of today's topic, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're about to embark on a countdown of the top 5 most devastating water disasters in history. Prepare yourself as we dive into the heart-wrenching details of the world's biggest water disasters. Starting at number 5, we take you back to the year 1912, to the chilling waters of the North Atlantic Ocean. It was here that the unsinkable ship, the Titanic, met its fateful end. The ship, a marvel of human ingenuity, was on its maiden voyage from Southampton to New York City. But on a bitterly cold April night, the Titanic collided with an iceberg. The ship was not equipped with enough lifeboats, which led to a catastrophic loss of life. Over 1,500 passengers and crew, out of the approximately 2,200 aboard, perished in the icy waters. This disaster stands as a stark reminder of the perils of overconfidence in technology and the dire consequences of lax safety measures. A tragic start to our countdown indeed, but hold on tight, we're just getting started. Moving on to number 4, we journey to the year 1987, to the waters of the Yellow Sea. Here we find the ferry Sewol, a symbol of a tragedy that would imprint itself on history. It was a day like any other when the Sewol set sail, but the calm was deceptive. A sudden turn led to a disastrous imbalance, and the ferry began to sink. Despite the frantic rescue efforts, the Sewol slipped beneath the waves, carrying with it a piece of Korea's heart. The toll was staggering. Over 300 lives were lost, a majority of whom were high school students on a field trip. Each life lost was a story cut short, a dream left unfulfilled. The disaster unearthed deep-seated issues in the country's safety regulations, leading to nationwide reforms, a heart-rending event that shook the world. But as we move up our countdown, the disasters only get more catastrophic. Now, on to number 3, we're transported to 2002, to the Senegal River. Here we find the ferry La Jula, a vessel that was to become synonymous with one of the greatest maritime disasters. On a fateful September day, the ferry, heavily overloaded with passengers, capsized off the coast of Gambia. The reason? A deadly combination of rough seas and a fatal design flaw. Tragically, over 1,800 lives were lost that day, a number that far exceeded the ship's official capacity. Just 2 short years later, in 2004, we shift our gaze to the Indian Ocean. Here, we find a disaster that was not man-made, but a horrific act of nature. A catastrophic undersea earthquake off the coast of Sumatra triggered a series of devastating tsunamis. The waves, reaching heights of over 30 feet, swept across 14 countries. The loss was staggering. Over 230,000 people perished, making it one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history. These two events, though different in nature and scale, share a chilling similarity. They remind us of the unpredictable and merciless power of water. Whether it's a capsized ferry or a monstrous tsunami, the result is heartbreakingly the same: loss of precious human lives. 2 horrifying disasters, each leaving a mark on history. But now we come to the most devastating of them all. Finally, at number 1 we arrive in 1931, to the banks of the Yellow River in China. This year marked one of the most devastating natural disasters the world has ever seen, the 1931 China floods. An unfortunate combination of heavy snowfall in the previous winter, followed by excessive spring and summer rains, led to the Yellow River bursting its banks. The floodwaters washed over millions of square miles, swallowing up entire towns and villages in its path. The disaster's scale was unimaginable. It's estimated that between 1 and 4 million lives were lost, making it the deadliest flood in recorded history. This catastrophe wasn't just a one-off event. It was a disaster that lasted for several agonizing months from July to November, causing widespread devastation and suffering. The floodwaters created an inland sea in China, submerging an area the size of England and half of Scotland. The death toll was so high because of the densely populated farming communities that lived along the river. These hard-working folks had no chance against the relentless onslaught of water. This disaster's magnitude is such that it's still spoken about in hushed tones almost a century later. It serves as a stark reminder of how powerless we can be against the forces of nature. A disaster so colossal, it stands as a stark reminder of the power of water. And there you have it, the top 5 biggest water disasters in history. These events serve as solemn reminders of the power of nature and the importance of water safety. Thank you for joining us on this somber journey. Remember to stay safe around water. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the 5 Facts for more intriguing facts. Until next time, keep exploring the world around you.